everybody and welcome back to the Blossom Crochet channel. In this really quick step-by-step crochet tutorial I will be showing you how to create these gorgeous little bookmarks. So we'll be making a sweet little flower for the top part and then we will have the leaf on the other end and you will be able to mark your books like so. And they're just really cute, really quick to make, probably take you 15 minutes, and so they're a really great idea for little gifts as well, and they're just so simple but really gorgeous. I'm not going to be using the white for the tutorial because I find that the stitches don't show up very well, but yeah, if you want a little daisy themed one then this is a perfect colour combo. So I'm using DK yarn and I'm going to be using a 4mm hook, so let's just jump straight in. I've just realised with that book as well, I hope there was nothing dodgy on the page. Anyone who knows those books knows those books. The cats are on zoomies, so I apologise if you can hear them thumping around, but anyway. So you'll be starting with your slip knot on your hook and you're just going to chain 2, so 1 and 2, and then into this first chain you're going to do 14 treble crochets. Sorry, they're going crazy. So that's UK trebles. In the US these will be your double crochets. So yarn over, insert into that first chain, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. If you want to, you can pop a stitch marker through the top of that stitch just so that when it comes to counting at the end you know exactly where you started. So like I say, we want 14 trebles, so that's 1, and then we need 13 more. So all into that chain you'll be doing a total of 14 UK trebles. So once you've done your 14 trebles you're going to join to the top of that very first stitch that you did with a slip stitch. So yarn over and pull through both. At this point you can chain 1 and snip off, and we're going to sew in our ends. I forgot to say, actually, I'm very sorry, at the very beginning, to leave a decent tail so that we can close up that centre circle as we weave this around. So we'll just weave this around the back of our work and we're going to go all the way around that centre circle. So weave it all the way around. My tail is not as long as I would like it to be, but we're going to go with it. Okay, so that's gone all the way round now, and if you've gone all the way round you'll be able to pull. If you hold the centre and pull, it will tighten up that little centre circle. So I can snip that one off and then I'll just do the other one. Make sure you go the same way around that centre circle as well. Be able to snip that one off now. And this is when you will bring in your next colour. Make sure you turn your little circle back facing the right way. And this is for your petals now. So I'm going to be using some red, but obviously whatever yarn you have got is fine. So once again you'll start with a slip knot on your hook. And you can start in the top of absolutely any stitch. So we're going to be going through the whole of the stitch, so you want to make sure you've got both loops at the top of each stitch as we go around. You'll work through the whole of the stitch. So we're going to start with our slip knot and we're just going to yarn over and just hold that with your finger. And then insert into the top of any of your stitches. Yarn over and pull up. And you'll have 3 loops like so. So yarn over, pull through the first 2 and stop. Yarn over and you're going to go back into the top of that same stitch that you've just gone into. So into the same stitch, yarn over and pull up. At this point you'll have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 again. And then yarn over and pull through those final 3 loops. So what you've just done is a treble crochet 2 together, or in the US double crochet 2 together. We're going to chain 4, and then when we look at our, let me just take the hook out for 1 second. When we look at our treble stitches here, you can see we've got 2 loops at the front of our treble stitches. So you're going to insert your hook behind those 2 loops there. So let me just get this back on. So bring your hook down and go through those front 2 loops of those stitches, and you're going to do a UK double. So yarn over and pull up. You'll have those 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through both. Okay, we're going to work straight into the very next stitch doing the same thing. So yarn over, insert into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop, yarn over, back into the same stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all of those loops, chain 4, and then again behind those front 2 loops of that treble, well, of those trebles I should say. Unfortunately this red yarn doesn't seem to want to show up either, but behind those front 2 loops, it'll be much easier with your own eyeballs to see what I'm on about. So behind those 2 loops and UK double. And then again into the next stitch you'll do your treble crochet 2 together. Oh my gosh, the dog's snoring now as well. Everyone's working against me. Yarn over, pull through all 3 of those to complete that stitch. Chain 4. And then again behind those 2 loops at the front of the stitch, yarn over and yarn over, pull through both. And you're going to do that all the way round. So double crochet 2 together into every single stitch along with your chain 4 and that double crochet. And that just creates these really cute little picot stitches to give a little extra frill to your work. So if you carry that on around, and I will meet you in just a second. I've just finished my final petal and I'm ready to close off this round, but before you close off the round just make sure that you have got the right amount of petals. So to close off we're just going to insert our hook into the space in between these 2 stitches. So just at the bottom of this picot stitch just here where we started from, you just insert your hook and slip stitch. At this point again you'll chain 1 and snip off and pull that out, and now again you just want to weave in your tails. So that's our little flower done, and now we just need to do our chain and leaf. So again start with your slip knot on your hook and we're going to do a chain of 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we're going to work back along to create our leaf. So into the 3rd chain back from your hook, you'll do a UK double or a US single. So insert your hook, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. Into the next chain, you'll do a half treble. So that's UK half treble. So yarn over, insert into your next chain, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through all 3. Into the next chain you're going to put 2 UK trebles. So yarn over, insert, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Back into the same chain you'll do another UK treble. We're going to do our tall stitches now, so you want double trebles. So yarn over twice, insert into your next chain, yarn over and pull up, and then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Into the next chain you want 2 double trebles, so yarn over twice again and do your first double treble, and then another one, whoops, back in the same chain. We're going to work back down again now, so a double treble on its own into the next chain, and then a UK treble into the next, a UK half treble, so yarn over and pull through all 3, and then into that very last chain you'll do a UK double. You then want to chain 3, and then we're going to start working back up the other side of this chain, and you can lay your tail and work over it as you go so that you don't have to sew it in afterwards. And we're going to start back in the stitch that we've just worked into, and you're going to do a double crochet back into that same stitch. And then into the base of the next stitch, you're going to do your half treble. So we're just mirroring exactly what we've got on the other side. Into the next chain, at the base where you've got your last treble, you'll do a treble into there, and then a double treble into the next. And then, if you remember, in the next you've got 2 double trebles. You can just see the base of those stitches there. So into there you will do 2 double trebles. That's 1. And 2. And then 1 on its own into the next one. And then again we're working down, but if you remember, we had 2 trebles into the next stitch when we did our last side. So 1 and 2, almost there now. Got a half treble, and then finishing with your double. At this point we just want to slip stitch into the very top chain, so we're right at the end of the leaf, and at this point you're going to chain the length that you want your chain to be. So for my one, where I was just using a normal size book, I did a chain of 45, but you may need it longer depending on what size book you have. So do your chain, like I say, I'll be doing 45. So once you've completed your chain, you're going to bring your flower back and you're going to turn it over, because we're going to be attaching it to the back. And you just want to insert your hook behind a couple of loops near that centre circle. And we're going to slip stitch, so yarn over and pull that through. And then just to make it a little bit more secure, I'm going to slip stitch through a couple more loops on this side as well, just right next to where we've just done those. So again, just slip stitch through a couple more of those loops. And then do your chain 1, and then pull that tail through and just tighten up. At this point you should only have 1 tail to work in if you've worked over your other tail when you were making the leaf. And I'm just literally going to hide that tail around that centre. And as long as you go underneath those stitches, you won't be able to see the green. So that's your leaf section all secured. You might just have a small tail to snip on the leaf. And then that's all done. And you can, let me just zoom out a little, you can use that in your books. So that is it for this tutorial. I really do hope that you've liked it. If you did, please do remember to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment to let me know what you think. But I'll see you for another tutorial really soon. But thank you as always for watching, and bye for now.